Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. Thanks for joining me here in Anvilseal, our metropolis, as we continue our Dwarf Fortress playthrough in this storied fort. And I'm back down here in the cavern layer, and I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and deal with this once again. And I'm not sure exactly why I'm doing this. It's probably a fool's errand, but the goal at this moment in time is there's only one way to get down into this area where we're trying to build the floors out. And so what my plan is to make it so that you can't walk back up this direction. There's some sloped floor here, this upward slope, which means that dwarves, I think, can walk across here and then climb up this direction. Now, we're still trying to get some bodies out of here, and in our attempt to get those bodies out, we have, I don't know, we've really done a good job of adding more bodies instead of taking bodies out, which is not what we wanted to do. Now, we're kind of digging out a very large area here. Most of our miners are doing this, and it's making progress, but we're nowhere near ready to actually start using this space or, you know, channeling out the area for the water to escape from this lower level. So what I think needs to happen, and we've memorialized these dwarves already, the latest Doran Hall crosses from last episode. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to put a little wall along this area right here. And in the hopes that the only way down to this area will be by pathing through here. And then after that, what we can do is hopefully then there won't be like a way that dwarves can get around, because I really want them to come out this direction and I want them to work these tiles. What we're trying to do is we're trying to cover over these tiles here. You can see these tiles that go down to the depth of 7 water. So there's 2 of them here. All of these guys, all of this water that's coming from this inlet here is going down in this and making it more difficult to drain. So we're going to try and isolate this inlet and then this inlet as well. And hopefully we can get some control over this water. At least that's the goal. So we'll see how that works and how that progresses here. Here in the cavern layers. Everything else is going pretty well upstairs. We do have a few grumpy dwarves, but I think that we can deal with that as we progress through the playthrough. So, to start things out, before we kick things off and let time run forward, we're going to build a wall along here, and we'll use granite blocks for that. Do one more wall here, keep building after placement. And we'll use granite. Okay, excellent. I don't know if this is going to work. In fact, I'm almost willing to bet that there'll be something else wrong and another dwarf will meet their maker in the end. But we'll see. This is all closed off. Also closed off. This is, whoops, closed off. This all goes back and connects, yep. It's very, very catacomb-like in this area. The other thing that I think we'll be doing is once the traders are gone, we'll probably let that Forgotten Beast out. Or at least see if there's one that wants to come out and play. I know there's a few wandering around in the caverns, and we haven't had much excitement. Much in the way of excitement, so we're definitely going to do that. I kind of want to floor this over, too. But maybe we won't do that just yet. Ramsey's cooking some lettuce leaf roasts. I did notice that we did upgrade to 53.11 for this episode, and there was a few interesting bug fixes that were placed into the patch notes. One of them specifically about getting better thoughts from well-prepared meals. And we've got some good cooks in this fortress, so I'm hoping that we'll see a slight bump in moods. Although, I mean, let's be honest, our moods are pretty darn good. We're riding things out really well. And it is a long trek for them to get down to this area. I think what we'll probably do here, I'm not entirely certain. Oh, I know why we did this. We were just kind of leveling things out. We'll probably carve this area out a little bit more at some point. There's no need to right now because we've got that big project a couple levels down. This deal here. But at some point we'll go through and we'll do some additional leveling here. And yeah, I mean, look at all the spider silk. We could do a silk industry down here very, very easily. Provided that we get, you know, the right setup. That would be really cool. Now, no dwarves should go off the edge here. We're going to forbid this thing here. Just don't touch it anymore. So the merchants have left, which is great. We can probably go ahead and build that, or direct that wall to be built now. So I imagine that dwarf is going to be coming down this direction anytime. Sarvish, the mason. And Izum. Yeah, this is the hostel that I'm talking about here. So this game has kind of slowed down a little bit in terms of the things that we're trying to do. We spent a lot of time in the past few episodes in this corner of the map. And with not a lot of, I don't know, shall we say reward? In fact, the reality is we've created more problems than we've solved at this moment in time. Excellent. Okay. So once that's done, we'll try putting another floor here. Just to see. Got miasma from the decomposing body down there. We'll just see how this looks. And at some point, we need to do some digging here, and I don't know how that's going to work, if I'm honest. I want to get the floor in. It should be easy to get the floor in on these spots through here. And if I'm honest, we should have been able to get the floor here. However, we don't have it. I don't know if they dropped the brick, or where did it end up? It's granite. Oh, there's granite blocks right there. So this is... And I mean, honestly, this is probably never going to be useful. We're never going to be able to, like, do anything with that. Maybe if we did some fancy drop to block that area off. But the hope is that we give the water a place to go. Like, we just kind of open all of this up somehow. And... you know, maybe we'll channel it from above. There's a thought. Channel it from above. And then, yeah, this one is huge, and we need to kind of carve some more of this space out here so that more water is flowing through here. But let's keep it one thing at a time. One thing at a time, Ankh. Let's go with some floors now. because this should be done here. Izum is hopefully headed down here. And we've got some migrants. It's not a real good time, guys. Let's take a look. Let's see. Who do we have? Okay, so Logum Alathdarel, or Bolt Honored, or Both Honored, if you want a 60-year-old female. Welcome, Logum. Patient, poor empathy, hopeful, not envious, thoughtless, and slow to anger. She's a proficient marks dwarf. Oh, good to know. And a high master butcher and novice clothier. How can society function without loyalty? We must be able to have faith in each other. Couldn't agree more, Logum. She is a member of the Tapered Irons. No kills to speak of. She's an Udar worshiper, and then the Dire, Logum Isonorib, is her husband. I'm assuming that he's going to show up as well. Wait a second. Two Logums, and they're both married. Welcome, Logum. And here is another Logum, which I'm going to say is, yes, her husband. She's taken quite a young husband, about, let's see, she was 60, he's 37, so 23 years her junior. Logum Plandegorges. He's an adequate dyer. He recovers quickly, high stamina, poor analytical ability, frail, resilient, and poor memory. Interesting dwarf. Balthon Barris worshiper. And no notable kills. If you have a task, do it properly, he says. That'll bring us back up to 150 dwarves. And a married couple. And they brought a turkey with them. Is that what I see here? A stray pult. Tame. Well, good thing. We can see that there's a louse on the map. That's going to even it out. So two migrants joining us. And a lovely young couple is what we're going to say. A lovely young couple. The Logums. Okay, who are you? Here's Izum. You can do it, Izum. I believe in you. There we go. So now we have a... This got canceled. Could not find path. Ah. Pretty sure that's your path right there. All right, let's take a look at our traffic. Oh, okay, so yeah. Okay, so let's... That's what's going on. All right. So we did some blanket restrictions, and this was done to make our jobs easier, to prevent more death. But it is mildly frustrating. What is the dog doing? Go away, dog. I think that's the same dog that goes into the Temple of Death every so often and just frolics about, as one does in a Temple of Death. Oddly enough, dogs are the only thing that can get away with frolicking in a temple such as that. We also have some interesting things going on. We're trying to get our clothing industry taken care of, and I'd like to see that continue. We'll be checking in on that a little bit later in this episode, just to kind of see how things are going and to make sure that people have what they need. But really what the goal here is, once we get this all sealed, and maybe we'll cut one piece open here so that we can cover this area off. In fact, I think I want to do that. We'll cover this area, and then we might try and build a wall in this area here. Now, go back up the stairs. Good. Good. Okay, so now the water is flowing in here. Excellent. We might want to wall that off, but let's see if we can get a few more tiles of floor done here. So I don't think that this will fill up, but I might be wrong. And then we'll just have to do some more digging over here and channel down to let the water out. It won't be ideal, but it will be better than the alternative. Let's go here. The idea is not to fall in, dwarves. We'll make these top priority just to kind of emphasize what it is that we're doing. Okay, we got some camels that are growing up on the map. More weaving going on with the cloth. I like seeing those jobs completed because that means that it's working. We can also load up stocks and go pigtail. Look at all the cloaks. We have a ton of them, and we've got some. Yeah, look at all those cloaks that just got turned over. Okay, cool. And we have 86 pigtail cloth right now. Let's search cloth. Got cave spider silk, sheep wool, llama wool. Oh, cave spider and giant cave spider. Interesting. Love it. So dwarves are turning their clothes around. And our clothiers, they're good. They're really good. It doesn't take much to level that skill up, interestingly enough. I thought for some reason that it would take a lot longer, but, you know, I mean, we've been here for 21 years, and for most of it, or a good chunk of it at least, we haven't had any clothers. In fact, it was an industry that we kind of set up pretty late. We went for the metallurgical industries much, much earlier than before. And so, you know, I'm actually kind of surprised. I think it's great. Don't get me wrong. But, and we got a brawl going on. Momas and Nish. Okay. He's haggard. Are you in the military? Yeah, you are in the military. Okay, he's beating the tar out of Nish, who is seriously injured. He's going to go report a crime. Talk about somebody who needs some martial training. Boy, he's going to really want it now. Still following Nish here. He's going to report a crime. Moma's. Okay, so he's beating on a door. Satisfied discussing his problems with an acquaintance. Right, but you're beating this door up, and I don't like that. Okay, he's just having at it with this door now. It's going to beat up both doors. Let's pause that real quick. There's going to be some witnesses around for this, too, so... And we should probably go check in on the injured party. Group of citizens is stranded. Where? Great. How did you get stranded? Oh my gosh. Climb out if you can. But we did one, and I thought we were doing great. Let's do... This is also starting to fill up with water now. So... Oh, he made it out. And I think he fell back in. Yep, immediately. He fell back in. And he fell in over... What? Why? Okay, so he found Doran. Yeah, which was... Okay, so he's still alive, but he's drowning. Dumat is fighting. Okay, so he's fighting with the water. Oh my gosh, you guys. We're gonna lose it. Why? He went back in. Okay, our friend here is... He's got another one that he's beat up now. He was trying to recover wounded. And this guy's going away for a while. Not happy about this. Not happy about this. Where did our friend go? Where did our tantruming friend go? Did he wander off while I wasn't looking? It's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, okay. Great. Plenty of crime to report there. Let's keep an eye on the justice screen. Accuses Momo's. Yeah, okay. And let's go ahead and, yeah, interrogate him. We got two injured citizens and probably a drowning citizen over here still. Okay, so he's sleeping and winded. Okay. This I do not understand. He wants to go to sleep. And he jumped back in. Why? That's why. Okay. Here is what I think is happening. We're going to forbid that. We're going to forbid this. We're going to forbid this. This one as well. These are being passable. These being passable lets them get down to here, here, and then down to here. And I don't know if they think that swimming through this underwater cave is the right move or not. But it sure seems like they think it is. And if we look at the pathing here, we're telling them not to go here, not to go here, but then there's a place here that they could go. Let's restrict this as well. Sorry, Momas. Or sorry, Dumat. Yep, he's stranded. You can climb out. Maybe you can't. Let's make sure the pathing is correct here. Go here. Yeah, he's tired. He's exhausted. I think he's gonna die. Yep. He made it. Oh my gosh, he made it. I don't know why they're going that direction, and it is supremely annoying. I think, though, that we have fixed the problem. Okay, Seabrick's got some goods that we need to construct. 2 more battle axes. Let's forge 2 steel battle axes. Alright, you'll be alright. Dumet, walk it off. Walk it off, Dumet. Colmassos. Wield talked. Yeah, that's we've seen him before. As a young dwarf in his prime. Got Kib coming down here to do... See if we've got 3 disorderly conducts. Sylob emerald knives. So we got another one here. I think it's 300 dwarves. Nope, just 2. Let's check on Unib. Right ankle's mangled beyond recognition and his foot is broken. That's unfortunate. You'll be alright. Let's just get you some health. Or help. Okay, this is a nephew of Mother. So that's one of our wounded. And Nish Wheelcoven is... Are you... Oh, I bet you he's... No, not really. Different noble family is what it looks like. Do we have 2 different noble families? Crazy Plank's in this family. Okay. Someone give this guy some help. What's the matter with him? He's got a busted leg. No, a busted arm. And bruising on his leg. Tough and mighty and very slow to tire. No, let's not forbid that. Let's make it passable and then let's trash it. We'll do the same. Yeah, okay. Those doors are they're just done. They're garbage now. Okay, so we've got our miner here who's going to let some water out this way here. Because this is just going to start... I think it's just going to back up and fill up. So I want to let it out. Thank you, Lorbam. Ooh, hey, look at that. There's Fowler right there. Let's put a floor here. We got to cover all of this. I don't care about covering this, at least right now. This will be easy to take care of. We just got to redirect this flow. So I'll probably have to put a wall here and here and here, and then some type of wall along this. But those walls can only go in once we've, you know, kind of put some additional flooring on this stuff. This is just going to redirect more water into here, is my fear. I guess we could build a wall along this area here and maybe protect some of this, but I don't know. Okay, so he just went into the drink. I think they're getting swept into the drink. Let's put all of this back to don't go in these areas. Who picked this up? Nil did. One injured citizen. Okay. I'm understanding. I think maybe, like, they're falling in here because... I thought it was because there's a route down here, but all this is forbidden, and the doors are impassable. Okay, here comes somebody with a wheelbarrow. I think they're going to get this sphalerite, which I'm hoping that they just retrieve it and move on with their life. So we can deal with the sphalerite. Okay, here comes Kib, Cyclops Bane, hauling granite blocks down into the drink. Went back down in. No job. Okay, so what happened? Why did you go down there? Oh. Is there stuff that is not forbidden? Is that what? Get provisions job. I don't know what that is. Is that... Okay, so that went up. Why did that get canceled? Dangerous terrain. Hang on a second. Cancels get provisions, dangerous terrain. Yeah, I think... You know what I think is happening is... There's a bunch of granite blocks down here. And they're either getting swept into that area. It seems like maybe they are. Mandate ending. Don't care if they end. Okay, so here's Nil, the clothier. And we're just going to watch this carefully. I'm really curious what the game thinks it's doing. Okay, so he just jumped in. So what is it that you're doing right at this moment? So now you're drowning. He's our legendary clothier as well, too, of course. Okay, so he climbed out. Store item in stockpile. So what item are you going to store in stockpile? I'm betting it's one of these granite blocks. And that little icon means that he is crawling, or he's climbing. There are 2 doors here. Both of them are forbidden. Okay, so he's going back out. And, yeah, dangerous terrain. What's going on here? So it's like I need to cover this over, but the more that I cover over, the more the water is going to go into that section. And I don't want them falling in, so we're going to try one other thing here. Just trying to avoid creating or getting more bodies here is really what we're trying to do. That's floor. There's a lot of water there. Let's get this one built. Let's get this one built, and then we're going to send some miners out, and we're going to clear out some more of this area over here. And what that should do is, hopefully it'll give the water a direction to go. And we can even fill this back up again. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. So maybe we do that, and then just kind of, yeah, that's a better idea. Because I think what's happening here, and I'm not entirely certain, but I think what's happening is they're getting swept away. We're getting swept into these holes, right? Here's another pile of another thing of granite blocks that we've got to forbid. Just keep doing that. Oh no. Do we risk it? Duke Dabbles is slated to build this floor in. I don't know, you guys. It seems risky. Seems very risky. Especially since we could just send the miners in from a different from this area over here. I'm gonna let him do it for the sake of adventure. If anyone can do it, where are you going? He jumped in. Why? What is down here? That one's forbidden. Also forbidden. Also forbidden. Everything is forbidden here. This is the weirdest thing that I've ever seen. Like, you could have just walked right up here. You could have walked right up there. Climb out, buddy. The fort's relying on you. Okay, so he was healthy, and then he was drowning again. Okay, he's falling in. He felt guilty for resting and recuperating. He's gonna die. You'd think that I would notice. You'd think that I would be... He made... What? He was on this path. How? Oh my goodness. I don't even know. All right. New plan. Now this is just a principle, the principle of the thing. Nobody goes in here. From now on. Nobody. We almost lost the Duke. We've almost lost a whole bunch of people. This is getting ridiculous. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to unlock these doors. We're going to send the miners in. We're going to have them dig as much as possible. We're just going to dig all of this stuff out. I don't even care. Like, we're digging it out. We'll dig out a bunch of Tetris pieces here. And then this water is just flowing. We've got one floor block over here. Just one. That's it. Once we get this covered, we'll cover this first. Then we'll work our way up here, and we're going to dig more of this stuff out. So we give the water more places to go. But that's really what needs to happen here. Look at that. We've got 6 miners that are just going to be hopping on this thing to start with. And because there's no danger here, we could actually make this... We're going to swing big now. Give the water some places to go, right? So we'll give the water places to go. See if we can dig all that out. They instantly go for the stuff that's a little bit easier to mine out. Seabrick, you want a bed made? You got it, buddy. Even he tried. The only thing that I can think of is they're getting swept off of that ledge. That's the only thing that I can think of. Nothing makes sense why they would willingly jump into... Why they would willingly jump into that water. It doesn't make a lick of sense. So we're going to get through this. We are going to best this situation, even if it kills the whole fort. I'm at the point now where almost losing the Duke, this is not going to be something that Anvilseal will be beaten by. I just won't tolerate it. Let's spread the water out. Let's spread the love. Yeah, look at that. We've got a whole bunch of boulders and sphalerite in here to get pulled out. This will be good. It could be very good for us. I'm very surprised. Very, very surprised. Yeah, keep doing it. You can do it. Yeah, they get pushed around. Look at that. They're trying to mine it, and they keep getting pushed away. Mining is hard work, guys, let alone trying to do it in a partially flooded chamber. I think, yeah, that's the only thing that I can say is happening over here for sure, then. We got a bull. Seems like that hasn't happened in a long time. Let's take a look at our cows, too. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Oh, hey, we've got 2 bulls here. Let's get rid of that one as well. We've had a bunch of them die, is what it looks like. Which is why we're getting all the milk animal cancellations. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the alpaca. A gelded male, you can't milk that. Eight is what it looks like. Yeah, so we've got 8. Let's just check the jobs and make sure that that's working right. Milk animal, 4 out of 8. Let's drop that to 6. We need to do a better job of... This is like an all-consuming project, though, if I'm being honest. I can't even click on her. Moses, she's trying. This guy's strong, so he doesn't... It seems like he doesn't get pushed around quite as much. She's had enough. And no water is going over here, which is hilarious to me. We got a ban on exports. Sarvish Logan Kickham has been possessed and claims a craft dwarf workshop. He's gathering items, so we'll keep an eye on him. How does the giant vulture blood get down here? I don't know. That's got to be a bug. Highly unlikely that they're tracking it. I'll tell you that. Look at that. Okay, so some more priority 1 stuff here. Let's get rid of those. Just get rid of all this. I don't like the way that it looks. Now that in and of itself has seemed to make this area a little bit calmer. At least it seems to have done that, in my opinion. We won't have them go get those boulders. We're going to leave those forbidden. We're making a lot more clothes now, which is great. We are going to set up a silk industry at some point as well. I have no idea when that's going to happen, and I did promise we were going to check on the clothing industry. I've been keeping an eye on the notifications in the top left corner, just to make sure. It seems like we've got quite a good setup. So I'm happy with where things are at. Let's smooth. And the reason that I'm going to have dwarves smooth, they're not going to get swept into this thing anymore. I don't think that we have to worry about that. But we can make an escape for some of this water. Because you notice how this just spread out almost immediately. Don't fall in. So some of this water will go seeping off the edge of the map here. With our little trick. Seabrook's gotten quite demanding, but that's okay. He had a brush with death there. I think the last set of toys I forgot to designate that we were to make these out of granite. Oh well. Got a mysterious construction coming out. Yeah, see, look at water's already flowing off. This is great. It's exactly what we wanted, folks. Another yak bull. So we should only have one yak bull. I've got to keep an eye on this. It's giving us a lot more yak meat. And milk and what have you. What do we got here? Sapphire? You know what we're gonna do also? Let's just channel this. Yay, a yak cow. That's what we wanted. Let's count the cows. If you ever want a way to go sleep at night, count cows. Yeah, we just had a herd turnover is what we had. Here is the new stray yak cow. She's strong. Cool. Okay. Well, we'll leave that. Live cow strong. And count cows. Some praise clusters there. And we'll get this dug out here. And once we've got this carved, just have to go about this a little bit more carefully. That's really all we've got to do. I dislike that, but, you know, can't have it easy. There's no way to do that in Dwarf Fortress. I think that's about as good as we're going to get, too. And I almost want to try and build a wall. Like, what are you doing? You're just sitting here. Okay, you're trying to get away. Strong current. We can get as much water off the map as we can, but you'll notice that, like, the water keeps spreading out, and it's spreading out. Oh boy, we've got another one. 3 injured citizens. I just noticed. My goodness. People, what is going on? We've got some really grouchy ones, and they just... they're grouchy, what can I say? Okay, let's take a look at what's going on here. It's MoMAs again. This guy's a problem. Where are you? Alright, you're out of the military. That's what's happening here. And only do assigned tasks. I'm not going to assign you anything. Oh gosh, I've got 2 of them. 2 MoMAs. Lularzagun. You. We had a new person that came in that's a skilled or a marks dwarf of some kind. You're an engraver and you're a competent marks dwarf. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We've got this list of people that we could... Yeah, let's go back to squads. We've got a list of people. Let's see if any of those people can take Momus's place in the military. That's not what I meant to do. Type in here. Sarvish, and I'm looking for a rain relics. First guess. He wants martial training. No skills. Duke, it's got to be this guy. He doesn't really want martial training anymore. He's a Grandmaster Boyer. He's a dabbling marks dwarf. We could replace him, but I'm going to take him out. He doesn't want martial training. He's not looking for that anymore. I think that these dwarves change. Of course, the sheriff wants into the military, but I don't really want her learning to beat people up. Kel Traction. Martial training, fight, cause trouble. Troublesome dwarf. Dabbling in a whole bunch of things, so not really our dwarf here. Gosh, if I would put this in a place where I could read it. Who else do we have? Rovad. Windveiled. Aslan Bisset. He's smelting tetrahedrite ore right now. Herdslayer wants back into the military? Yeah, Herdslayer does. Legendary Observer. Oh, gosh. Legend Carver would like to join the military. He's absolutely excited. Yeah, unmet need martial training. It might be Legend Carver. We might call Legend Carver's name here. We should check on our military dwarves though. Degel, Rakustunen. She's a spear dwarf, but dabbling. We're looking for Sarvish paint splattered here. He's currently possessed by an unknown force. Not a Not a Marks Dwarf. We're really looking for a Marks Dwarf. Be with friends, family. Think abstractly. Martial training. Nothing there. Mincott Faith Basement. Siege Operator. Wield Talked is next. Doomit, Wield Talked. Nothing doing there. Seal Gems. Kib Seal Gems. Nope. Shark Girder. Is that the mayor? No. It's Herdslayer. I must have Herdslayer on this list twice. Interesting. Okay. Legendary Observer, Novice Fighter. Dabbles wants training. The mayor wants training. Illidan also wants training, but she's pretty happy. It's a Master Siege Operator. Yeah, no kidding. You know, let's go with Sarvish Rain Relics. He's just the next person up. I think he was here. Yeah. Sarvis Udarzaneg. We'll cross his name off the list. You're going into the military, buddy. Udarzaneg. You are in the military now. Let's take you off of that planter labor. Let's take a look at the skills. A mason, spinner, brewer, planter. Nothing doing there. A mason, though, yeah, he's one of the fortress's builders. And then let's check on our friend Moma's. He is grouchy. Boy, I'll tell you. He's the quintessential grouchy dwarf. He's throwing a tantrum. Starting a fist fight. Okay, well, Logum Kickham, Sarvish Logum Keckham, has created Ilurstukan Aristgeb, a granite toy axe, and offers it to the mighty anvils. Well, thank you so much, Sarvish. We can do with some toys right about now. We've got 3 injured citizens, so let's take a look here. Seriously injured. Hand is broken, upper arm's broken, and left foot's broken. My gosh. Aerith the Performer. Oh, okay, so he's standing next to Momas. Okay, this guy's probably getting beaten up right now. Oh my gosh, he's seriously injured. I don't know that this guy is... Did we cause a cave-in? I don't think so. Let's go take a look at this, and then we'll jump back over. Ilurstukan Aristgeb. 26,700. Boy, that's a toy for you. It's a granite toy axe. All Craftsdorf ship is of the highest quality. It's encrusted with marquee cut jelly opals and baguette cut cat's eyes, decorated with giant vulture bone, encircled with bands of pigtail and emerald cut brown zircons. This object menaces with spikes of granite and tower cap. On the item is an image of Meat Paddle, the Nettle of Queens, the Chalk Tamad in rock crystal. Interesting. That's the reason why it's so darned expensive. I'll tell you that. have a whole bunch of stuff displayed out here. We're just going to throw that toy out there. We can't get rid of it, obviously. I did click it. Just taking a while there. Let's put that on display. Very nice. Thank you, Sarvish. That's pretty cool. All right. Back to the matter at hand. Yeah, we're still fighting, eh? Boy, cranky dwarves. It's interesting how the dwarves can get pushed around by the current of the water, but the sock remains firmly in place. That fight is not completed yet, is it? Take off your gear. You're out of the military. You're off the team, buddy. This guy's a miner, and somehow he's become seriously injured. Okay, has he been... Yeah, somebody's recovering him. Don't really know why that happened. But it did. Nonetheless. Gosh. People. Trash iron greaves, let's just trash them. So he's attending a meeting. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, look at all this. Okay, my bad. We forgot to follow up on some of this, so... Subject is cagey and refuses to comply. Okay. Interrogate him until he confesses. We all saw it, right? I need to keep a very close eye on that. Even though this is far more exciting. Rough indigo tourmalines, so that's neat. Yeah, we might not get these two done. Or these three here done. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this one. I think they'll be able to get those done, though. The other two. Seabrook's making some more demands. Two more puzzle boxes. Yes, sir. Let's do some rock toys. It's always toys with Seabrook. We have no reason to complain either. I mean, let's be honest. The guy is put his neck out for the fortress so many times. You know what I mean? Alright. Nobody fall and die. Please. Look at that. Stalwart. Crazy plank. You tried. Oh, she got pushed to the map's edge. Interesting. 4 injured citizens. Wow. We should be able to do this, right? Well, we've got about as much current as I think we can get washing through there. Like spreading out as much as we can. We just used up all of our pigtail cloth, I think, which is fine. You can do it. Yep, you sure can. And you did. Alright, how are we going to do this? So the last bit, the most important pieces are here. I think this is okay. Okay, so we got floor. You see that? We have floor, guys. It's almost like eventually I figure out what it is that I'm supposed to do. How embarrassing, though. Let's floor that up. I don't think we'll be able to get a wall in here, but this would be ideal. We'll floor this backside up first. And then we might go through and floor this way so that the current can't push them down. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Bloody fool's errand that we're on here. You'd think I would have been smarter about this, but yeah, look at the water's flowing off. And we've pretty much ignored the whole fortress. Like, whatever's going on upstairs is going on upstairs. We've got a whole bunch of injured citizens. I'm sure they'll be fine. Still trying to carve that fortification. We need to keep an eye on Moma's rooted tours too, because I think he's at 7 dwarves injured. He's gotten into a lot of fights. And we're not going to let another stigma happen. I guarantee you that right now. That is not happening. Don't fall in. Don't fall in. Don't fall in. I think we should probably do these next few 1 or 2 at a time. Because this one here... Come on, Burr. Where are you at? Good. Burr is coming, hopefully. Here he comes. Can't even store an item that belongs to them. Too injured. So we'll do these two. And then what we'll probably do... I have an idea. So the water pressure... Before I share the idea, let's kill another fatted calf. Okay, here's my idea. So, the water pressure is coming from this direction. So the dwarves are getting pushed into this. What if we just mine this out? And then we make it so that... And we really don't need to mine too terribly much of it. Like, we just need to mine the stuff back here where we would work. And then we can build, like this one here. We could build this one, and then this would be the last one. And any current that pushes them... We need to come at it from the south, I think. You know what? This doesn't matter. Let's not even make that a priority. That forgotten beast is hanging around. Seriously injured. Ushrir, yeah, seriously injured. Unub Izumgaz. Right ankle is fractured. Ah, okay. How the... Did he climb up a tree? Like... Let's resume construction on this one. And let's check and make sure that everything on this level is forbidden. Okay. We'll resume this one. Doran Iton Metal is... Oh. Well, I forgot to deploy his slab. Let's take care of that right now. We also have a... Yeah, let's do that. So, I've been so singularly focused on everything that's been going on downstairs. Get that going. Make that a top priority. And then we have another statue to deploy as well. Because... Hall crosses. We know where the body is, at least. That kind of predictability is really nice. Okay, so let me make sure. Floor, floor. This is all floored. I'm floored. Then we'll go here, then we'll go here. We'll just do these one at a time. That's a floor. Then we'll come back around and we'll dig this stuff. Oh, there's the ghostly miner. 32 years old. Fondness for making a friend. Did you make a friend with a ghost? Someone made a friend with you? He's been laid to rest. Just watched him snap out of existence there. Thank goodness. Alright, here's the Nice statue of Doran Hall crosses. Exceptional Nice statue. The item is exceptionally designed. Image of Doran Hall crosses the dwarf and Catten fenced knower the dwarf in Nice by Solon legend carver. Hall crosses is embracing Catten fenced knower. The arc relates to the marriage of the two of them in the early summer of 49. Poor Catten. It's a foolish reason to have to tell a widow. Have to tell someone they're a widow. Look at this. What happened to all the water? Like it just stopped coming in? That's really interesting. Like this is all drying out. Is it because this is done? Is it because we opened up more stuff down here? I guess this is getting wetter, so the water is going this way instead. Like this mud signifies that there was water out here, so I know that's the case. Don't fall in. Good. You didn't fall in. That's important. Throw a granite block in there. Once those are done, we'll just do another Tetris shape here, and then we'll break out the picks. And also what I think I'm going to do when we break out the picks is we'll probably bust this wall down here. This little barrier. Get that granite toys done. Yeah, okay, so he's happy. We'll bust this wall down. And then at that point, we'll have a real easy time, kind of filling this in. Maybe we don't even have to do this with walls anymore. I was thinking that we would have to put some walls up here to kind of push the water out to the sides. And we still might have to, but if we dig this stuff out, the water is going to be dropping down in here, but then as we floor it off, we'll get pushed into a place where they can't fall in. Like the dwarves need to go from the south up here. That's the whole reason why this one was successful and this one was not. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Gosh, it would be sure nice if that bone doctor would come down here. It'd be sure nice if I'm right, but it would also be nice if we would get these two pieces of floor done. Look at all this place for things to grow down here, you guys. Early winter. So he's approaching from the north. He's going to fall in. Yep. Okay. Whoops. Go here and here. Okay, so he just canceled the job, which means that there's going to be blocks down here. Again, I think. There's a lot of stuff down there. There's a steel pick. Look at all that. Ral is a very slow dwarf. Not easily depressed and rude. You have anyone like that in your life? They compensate for being depressed by just being rude. That's how they get through life. Okay, so she is approaching. Go down this way, yeah. Don't approach it from the north. Ability to stand lost. Oh no, she was one of the people that got beat up. Oh my gosh. Don't let her do that again. Okay, we got this dwarf here. Bookbinder. That's okay. I'm alright with that. He's throwing another tantrum. You gotta be kidding me. Justice. Let's take a look here. Okay, so he's confessed to multiple crimes. We're going to convict him of all of those crimes. We don't mess around with this stuff. Well, we kind of did, actually. Unfortunately. This will give these dwarves a happy thought. Who were wronged. But Moma's might, I mean, he's for sure snapped, but I don't know that we can keep him in the fortress. This is kind of beyond the pale now. Yeah, he's just beating the crap out of people. Did you just get injured? No health problem. He's just going to sleep down here. Oh, he is injured. Yeah, you like beating up on people's feet. That seems to be the... Oh man, he toppled all the Elunite pedestals as well. That's gonna make all of the artifacts go bye-bye. That one's alright. It looks like maybe just this one here. And then whatever was here. Let's engrave it. Now that it's been moved. Probably have to go in and fix that. Very annoyed. What are you fighting for? What is going on here? Why is Sheriff fighting? Okay. Maybe no more fighting. Can we get through an episode without you guys trying to kill each other? I still don't understand. It's been one of those days. It has been one of those days. Gosh, guys. Edom the Stonecutter, he's coming through. Right in the drink. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Okay, he made it out. Alright. We're going in with the picks next, guys. I don't know what to say. We're going in with the picks. That's what I'm gonna say. I think this is a good time to leave it here, too. I got nothing. Thanks for joining us here in Anvilseal today. This has been episode 61 of our Fortress Mode playthrough of Dwarf Fortress. And 150 dwarves strong, although it's been dicey at times. We still got work to do. Guys, it's not over until it's over. So as you go on about your day, well, don't forget to hit somebody with some kindness. We'll see you next time.